So welcome back from the break here at Tuff Grappling Challenge 3. We're going to kick off with the brown belt match for the start of our last 5 matches this evening. Patrick James in the grey, big double leg takedown from him early. He's taking on Douglas Gray in the black and white, who now has close guard. Our referee Ollie Geddes just resetting them in the middle.
Yeah, we had a lot of submissions in the first couple of parts of this event. Let's hope that they can continue up the same sort of theme.
We really did. 5 out of 7 matches at the start of this card ending by submission, Dan.
With these sub-only events, that's exactly what you want. You want high rates of submissions. And if they're not, you want exciting fights. And it doesn't get much more exciting than that last fight we had just before the break.
Yeah, the juniors really putting on a great show. Patrick James very heavy in this top position. Certainly looking in phenomenal shape.
Yeah, this guy is an absolute beast.
Oh, looking to really scoop that elbow up.
Bring your left hand under your leg. Your left hand go under your leg.
Deep half guard now for Douglas Gray.
Yeah, he's going to want to turn in and sweep right on cue there.
Position we talked about, PJ. Take your time. Take your time. Watch your neck.
Oh, guillotine potentially if he can get control of the body. Easily shrugged off by Gray.
Nice, nice.
And Douglas Gray giving a little guillotine attempt to his own as he swept. Head pops out the arms there.
And immediately James looking to get very heavy in this half guard again. No sitting back, no looking to play an open game, just pressure, pressure, pressure. Just a reminder, you're listening to Josh Palmer and the Raspberry 8, Dan Strauss, bringing you all the action live from Tuff Grappling Challenge 3. You're watching live on YouTube. Our sponsors tonight, Valor Fightwear, Prestige Developments, Osborne & Co, Accountants, and Tuff Fightwear, along with Yoga for BJJ. Of course, Sebastian Brosh, we're going to see later up against Viking Wong in our co-main event of the evening.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be a really, really dynamic fight, I'm hoping anyway.
Absolutely. After this match, we've got a black belt fight. Paul Bridges from Dark Star Jiu-Jitsu taking on Alan Pozo, the head of Carson Gracie Essex. Then we're going to have that purple belt final. James Costa is taking on, remind me who he's taking on?
Jack Cronin.
Jack Cronin, that's it. I'm sorry, I just completely blanked for a second. That's for our first ever Tuff Lightweight Championship belt. And of course our main event tonight, Ross Nichols taking on Sam Gibson.
Yeah, right now Patrick James has managed to get from half guard into quarter guard here. So he's looking to continue bringing that leg round into mount. Douglas is doing the correct thing, stopping Pat from bringing his foot out and get to the position.
Deep half again
Once
for Douglas
again,
Gray.
using the sweep. He's got that sweep down. He's very comfortable underneath there.
Yeah, really nice work in that deep half guard for Douglas Gray, but it's what can he do from that position? It's someone as explosive as Patrick James. If they don't want to stay on their back, it's so hard to keep them there.
Yeah, absolutely. Patrick's definitely the more aggressive of the two and the more physical of the two. Really hard at the moment to see a hole in his armor, really, that Douglas can take advantage of.
Looking for a guillotine here from this Z guard.
Yeah, not really going to get much from there. All Doug would have to do is to bring his left hand cross face on Patrick and flatten him out, and that submission attempt is gone.
And there you see no gi. Patrick James easy to just create the frame and stand back up. We haven't actually seen too much wrestling for dominant position. A lot of guard pulling, a lot of people accepting positions because, of course, the points don't matter here tonight, Dan. It is submission only.
Yeah, absolutely. So not as fussed as most people would be in a IBJJF or pointed tournament to get those takedowns. If some people wouldn't want to pull guard in an IBJJF tournament, possibly getting their guard pass and losing points, but if they're comfortable there, they'll just pull guard.
A very wrestling style top position, and as he looks to take the back very dynamically, does Patrick James, unceremoniously shoving Douglas Gray to the ground and then bundling him down, posture control with the headlock, and again, very strong half guard position for him.
Yeah, I think we're going to see a lot of this sort of position here. Doug's very good at getting into that half guard position, and he's quite good at when Patrick starts to progress towards getting that leg out. Doug is really good at sweeping him off of there, so unfortunately I think we're probably going to see quite a lot of this half guard.
Trying to muscle and take the back again is Patrick James.
elbow. Yeah, that's it. Bring your
Very
elbow
aggressive,
back. Look.
posting on the
That
face as
elbow
well,
back
Dan.
inside. Come on. That's it.
Yeah, Patrick is a very physical athlete.
Don't let him get up. Don't let him
Douglas on top now.
Yeah,
He's
and
decided it's his turn to try and pass the guard.
again, using that deep half guard so well to come up on top.
Yeah, that's the third time he's used that exact same sweep.
Halfway point in this match now, 5 minutes left on the clock. A reminder, you can, of course, tweet Dan on Twitter.
Yeah, I'm gonna go through and give some shout-outs right now. So who we got? We've got the Forge BJJ, loving the broadcast, good work. We've got Rajam Fightwear, amazing skills of these kids, absolutely. Well, last match was
certainly
quite
were.
incredible.
Fantastic fight.
At Crept Entertainment Event, thanks for the live feed. Did the spider get ejected from his abhorrent behavior? He did not. I believe that he's gone underneath the stage, possibly gathering more of his compadres, possibly coming back in a larger numbers. I'd hate to see that, you know, but luckily I'm on this side of the table.
Douglas Gray posturing in closed guard now, looking to try and frame on James. Going to be tough to open this guard though. Just imagine the sweat is starting to creep into this one as well.
Yeah, it's going to get harder and harder for these guys to hold each other down. Who else we have here? Podium at Podium Jiu-Jitsu. Tough Grappling Championships have done an insane job with these matchup. These two kids are incredible. Couldn't say it better myself.
A lot of people loving the kids matches, which rightly so. Fantastic performance from those two lads earlier. If you want to get involved in the shout-outs and the action and give Dan some good old-fashioned harassment, then it's
absolutely.
at TUFFGC, at TuffGC on Twitter. Go ahead and join in all of the action as we bring you the live stream of our final few fights tonight from the Circus Tavern in Purfleet, Essex.
Jack Sipple at Robocod. Raspberry looks like a Stone Age Wolverine. Shout out to the Royal Marines BJJ watching from Norway. Hello to you guys.
Yeah, Armed Services Jiu-Jitsu really getting some fantastic boost lately with some of the guys they've been signing on to do the coaching, and the numbers just buoyed constantly there.
Yeah, well, it's officially recognized in the military now, which is fantastic to see. Andre Galvao, their official, I don't know, coach or mentor for the armed forces, which is, he's pretty good at jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, you may have heard of him.
Yeah, he's good.
So Paul James maintaining this closed guard here, not really showing any attempt to open. He does finally break the posture of Douglas Gray down.
Yeah, I really want to see Douglas more active on top, trying to pass the guard here. Patrick James's guard isn't even open. When this guard is open like that, Douglas should really be taking full advantage and looking to pass, but he's not doing much. Patrick definitely the aggressor here.
So we saw a power double at the start of this match from James. He looks again and drives through. He didn't really change angle, but boy, did he penetrate through that level.
That was legit airtime. He looks
Caught
like
in a tight guillotine.
He's in a guillotine, and he's not comfortable.
No,
he could. I think he's going to tap to
Oh,
this.
he could do. He's got to turn his chin in towards the ribs.
Noises. When you make those noises, the opponent hears, and he's going to crank harder. That hand, I feel like that hand's going to come out and possibly tap. How is he? How is he?
Oh, you can see the legs of Douglas Gray convulsing as he squeezes. Patrick James doing everything he can to fight this grip. He's got to turn that chin in, try and sneak a hand in, and he's just about pulled it out. You got to say that's the closest either of these guys has come to finishing there.
I'm pretty sure that's the closest anyone's ever come to getting a submission ever and not being successful with it. I was positive that Patrick James was out at one point.
Yeah, well, Patrick James has not got long to recover here. He immediately gives up the mount to Douglas Gray, and Douglas Gray has got to try and make this pay. And if I was Douglas Gray, I'd be running straight back at this.
Got the momentum now, let's do this.
That's it, don't let Patrick James recover. Don't let him burn the time down. Get straight back in there. You've got 1 minute 15 left on the clock. Who wants this more?
Come on, boys. Last minute, boys. Come on.
So a bit of hand fighting here Lazy guard pull and an immediate sweep from Douglas Gray.
A lazy guard pull or a tricksy little half guard
Yeah.
sit down to immediate sweep.
Glance at the clock from Douglas Gray. What he's going to see is 40 seconds left. I mean, maybe somebody just tries to throw a footlock here. Anything you can do to finish quickly.
I think we want a flying triangle attempt, please.
Well, I'll take that if I can get it. Patrick James again going heavy. Trying to finish strong here, last 20 seconds.
Jamo Jones asks, is Josh still a geography teacher?
That's a very old joke from a ridiculous former broadcast.
Okay.
Oh,
I hope
dear.
that answers all your questions.
10 seconds. 7 seconds, Douglas. 7 seconds.
Peter Fletcher, Carlson Gracie team rules.
Well, we go to a draw here, not for lack of trying on the half of Douglas Gray, though. He did have a very tight guillotine towards the end of that match.
That's an interesting one to call.
Competitors this evening. As there was no submission, this bout is a draw.
James the aggressor throughout, but then the only real close submission attempt coming from Douglas Gray. Really, really close match.